So you've been saving up for a trip. Nice! Where are you gonna go? Bali, Cancun, Paris, I don't know, Arkansas. Those are all cool and neat. But what if I told you there was a place so beautiful, it has 7 national parks, so remote that its own citizens need a passport to go there, and it also happens to be humanity's last chance for survival? That's right. I'm talking about Svalbard. Svalbard is part of Norway, but it's not here, it's up here. This is Svalbard, a giant archipelago just chilling up there in the Norwegian Sea. It looks so cool. Svalbard has the population of a pretty big high school, around 2,500 people. Even though Svalbard is owned by Norway, technically Norwegians need a passport to go visit Svalbard. And this is because of something called the Schengen Agreement. Or at least I think it's called the Schengen Agreement. Basically, all the Scandinavian countries have an agreement that they can travel between those Scandinavian countries without a passport. But Svalbard isn't a part of this agreement. Anybody from any country with a passport can go to Svalbard. They don't need a visa. You can just show up and stay. But again, it's separate from Norway, so living in Svalbard for years without a visa doesn't mean you're Norwegian. It just means you're living on Svalbard. You're not even Svalbardian. You're just there. Svalbard is also more badass than any country, including the US. The US may have guns, but Svalbard requires guns. And this is because of polar bears. No, I'm not shitting you. There are more polar bears that live in Svalbard than humans. And fun fact, polar bears are the only bear that will proactively hunt humans. Who knew? I did. You literally have to carry a gun in Svalbard to scare off polar bears and defend yourself from the largest predatorial bear in the world. That's so badass. Oh, and you also should probably bring a flare gun. In case you do get mauled, you should tell everyone else where you are. It's like frozen Mad Max with polar bears. It's so cool. What do the people in Svalbard do? What do all 2,500 people in Svalbard do? Science. Basically, Svalbard is a home to a bunch of scientists and students who are studying biology, physics, and geology. It hosts the Norwegian Polar Institute, the IceCat radar, I don't know what that means, but it's science, and the Svalbard Science Forum. They also study polar bears because they got a ton of them. Also, Svalbard is f***ing beautiful. 7 of Norway's 47 national parks are in Svalbard. 60% of Svalbard is national park. 60%! It's literally so beautiful. Look at this. Holy shit. Look at that water. This is literally the wall from Game of Thrones in Svalbard. It's immaculate. Look at this. That's like my dream. I don't even like kayaking. I just want to be there. Look at Svalbard, bro. I am in love with Svalbard. Look at this boy. He's a Svalbardian. Svalbard is way up north, like 80 degrees north. And because of this, Svalbard has 4 months out of the year where the sun doesn't rise. And similarly, that means that there are 4 months of no night. In the winter, it's constant night, and in the summer, it's constant day. That means that in the winter, you could see the northern lights basically all the time. Holy shit. I'm not kidding. This place is straight out of some post-apocalyptic fantasy world, and it's wonderful. I love it. Look at this picture. Polar bears might murder you as the sky dances with light from solar flares. It's radiation. That's so rad. I haven't used that word since like 2006. This is so rad. Speaking of epic and rad, you're not allowed to die in Svalbard. Or rather, if you do, you won't be buried. Because there's a permafrost. Burial of bodies in Svalbard isn't possible because the ground is permanently frozen and your body won't decompose. You will be preserved perfectly in Svalbard through death, through the endless day and the endless night. Are you not seeing how epic this is? This is so epic. There is one cemetery in Svalbard, but it stopped burying people in the 1950s because they were like, what are we doing? We're just putting people on ice. This is gross. And guess what? When you put people on ice, it can preserve flus and diseases. If you die on Svalbard, you're not getting buried there. You're either getting left perfectly preserved, or you're gonna get shipped off. You can't die there. Just like you're not allowed to be dead on Svalbard, you are not allowed to create life on Svalbard. You can't give birth on Svalbard. You can't die on Svalbard, and you can't be born on Svalbard either. That's so epic. When a pregnant woman has a few weeks remaining before her date, she must leave. Because babies can't be born on Svalbard. Why would you give birth to a baby in hell? Frozen over, polar bear hunting, guns slinging, can't die, hell on Earth. How f***ing cool. Are you not understanding how cool this is? Svalbard is awesome. You can't die on Svalbard. You can't give birth on Svalbard. You know what else is banned? Cats. You can't have cats on Svalbard. They're not allowed. Because they'd kill the birds. And the birds are protected. That's good enough for Svalbard. No cats. There are, however, allowed to be doggies. So, point for Svalbard. It's just a whole bunch of genius, gun-wielding people living in hell trying to save humanity. That's right, Svalbard is one of the last hopes for human civilization. Because in 2008, Svalbard opened the Global Seed Vault. The vault holds seeds to over 1 million plant species. These seeds are preserved perfectly in the permafrost, dormant and ready to go and revive any species in any vegetation needed in case, I don't know, we f*** up the planet. The massive archipelago in the Norwegian Sea that ironically only has 10% vegetation is the savior for vegetation on the planet as we know it. And look at it. It looks straight out of James Bond. Svalbard is nuts. Basically, Svalbard is dope as f***. Where else can you travel in the world to be a gun-wielding polar bear defender in the most beautiful mountainous island defending the future of humanity's vegetation? Where you can't die and can't be born. Where any nation, creed, or religion can show up and stay as long as they like. Where for 2/3 of the year, it is endless day and endless night. And where there can't be cats. It's so badass. It sounds like it's out of a movie, but it's just part of Norway. If I reach 10 million subs, I will do a meet and greet in Svalbard. And I'll pay for some of you guys to go. How about that? How about that? Deal? 10 million subs, and some of you could win a trip to Svalbard with me. Why not? Deal? Deal. Okay. Thanks for watching. Now it's come to my attention. And yes, I know I've been having a hard time uploading consistently and whatnot, so this is partially on me. But it's come to my attention that a measly percentage of you guys have hit the bell and are even subscribed. Again, you can always do what you want. I'm just a guy sitting at a desk right now talking, so I'm all talk. But that being said, I mean, like, come on. just click it. Just for me. Come on. Just, whatever. Do whatever you want. The support, it means the world to me that you guys are still watching and still commenting and still here. Like, that just, it's awesome. And genuinely thank you for that. That's the end of the video. Bye.